Hey, I'm Leslie Christine, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about choice. We all have choices. I think so many of us think that we are powerless in life and, well, I had to and I didn't have a choice, right? How many times have you said, I didn't have a choice? I had to do this thing because I didn't have a choice. When the reality is, there is always a choice. You always have the choice and the possibility. It's just that every choice comes along with some sort of consequence. Or they might not be choices you want, right? Maybe all of the choices that you see available to you are not things that you want. And the things that are going to happen with them when you choose one thing, maybe you don't want to deal with what's going to come next after that choice. But to put yourself in a disempowering place and to say, I don't have a choice, I don't have any other options, isn't really true. There are always other options. We just might not want to take them, right? We might not want to have those options. It might be that we have something in mind and that's what we want to happen, and we don't see that ahead of us. But I think it's really disempowering when you say, I didn't have another option or I don't have a choice. So I really want you to take a look at any kind of decision that you are making right now and look at what are your choices? What are your options? And when you're thinking about your options with this decision, come up with some really outrageous ones. I actually did this with a class of teenagers that I had a few years back, and we were talking about imagining the things that we wanted in our life. And one of my students wanted a horse. She really, really wanted a horse. And everything logical said that she could not get a horse. She was a horseback rider and that was her dream, right? That was her big dream, was to have a horse, but there was nothing about her current circumstances that would allow her to have a horse. And it's been a number of years and I didn't write anything down about this, so I can't remember all the details, but there was a point after that class, months later, where she came in and she was like, I get to have my horse, declaring that she wanted the horse, making that decision, even though she couldn't see the path, even though it didn't make any sense, even though there was no way to really get it, just making that declaration that that was what she wanted. It's like it set something in motion. It sets things inside of us in motion to look for the path, right? We always have a choice. We disempower ourselves when we say that we don't have the option or that we can't have what we want to have because we can. Um, this last year, I went through a book study of The Alchemist with a bunch of teens. I'm a homeschooling mom, and with our local co-op group, we did a book study of The Alchemist because I love this book and I wanted my kids to read it. And it is so beautiful, and there's a little bit that I want to share from here today. When you really want something, it's because that desire originated in the soul of the universe. It's your mission on earth. And then it goes on to say, and when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. So often we think that we don't have any choice, that we don't have any options, and we see the thing that we want and we shut it down because it isn't possible for us. And yet, if we were just to make the decision to choose that we want that thing, things can happen unexpectedly that cannot be explained or anticipated, that you could have never imagined. I've had so many instances of this in my own life where things happened that I couldn't have planned for. And when we are in that disempowering place of saying, well, I don't have the choice. I don't have that as an option. That won't happen for me. We are not allowing for those seemingly sort of magical incidences to happen. Not that it's magic exactly, but it feels magic in the moment, right? Um, yeah, you have a choice. You always have a choice. And sometimes in life, maybe that's things that you don't want. But like if you get clear on what you do want and then make a choice from that space of clarity, willing to handle whatever happens, right? Willing to deal with whatever the consequences are, you might just be surprised at what ends up happening. So that's what I want you to think about today is what's a big decision that you need to make? What's a choice that you're making in your life? And what do you really truly want? Not what do you believe is possible, not what do you think can happen, not what is realistic, right? This isn't about being realistic, but like if you really want something, make the choice about that thing and see where it leads you. It might be unexpected places. It might not even be to the thing that you said that you actually wanted. It might be that by making the choice to move toward that thing that you really wanted, that you will be introduced to new things and led in new directions, and you will find something much greater than you ever anticipated for yourself. So I would love to hear what are the choices that you're making right now? What are the things that you are trying to decide, and how are you going about making that decision? Feel free to share that information in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. And this is day 3 of my 30-day YouTube challenge where I am attempting to post every day in September because I made YouTube into a bit of a mountain that was a little too big to climb. And I made a choice, right? I didn't just let it be a mountain, but I made a choice that I was going to get over this. And I'm going to post every day in September. I'm not letting it be a big deal. I'm not planning these. I'm just talking off the top of my head. I am just going to make these videos and put them up and see where it goes. And after the 30 days, then I'll make a plan. Then I'll figure out what is the next step. But for now, I'm just coming on here to have a chat and to make some quick videos to make this mountain into a molehill instead of making the molehill into a mountain, which is what I had done. So I will see you for day 4. Bye.